Hello and welcome to the beginning of my journey in making jewelry. I decided to start this channel because I absolutely love watching people make other stuff. And I thought, hey, I make stuff. Why don't I start my own channel? So here we are. We'll see how it goes. The beginning videos they're probably gonna be really bad quality, so we'll just take it one step at a time and see where it takes us. So as you've seen, I started by sanding. What was I sanding? Well, I got this really cool nifty 3D printer, and it's the UV resin, so I was sanding all the little ridges and stuff to make it all nice and smooth. And I should also mention, what am I making? I'm making earrings, some really cute dangle earrings. So after I sanded them down, I took a jump ring, cut it in half, and then I'm going to use that as the connector piece. So from there, it'll be like more jump rings, and then finally the fish hook wire to put inside of your ears. So here, I'm just kind of figuring out how to get the two pieces together and put it under the light. And yes, I know I should be wearing gloves, but you know, sometimes when you're just gotta do something really quick with UV resin, you just kind of think you're superhuman and you can just do it. And here's when I realized I don't want to do it that way. I'd rather dip and go from there. So right about now at the 2-minute mark of this video, you're probably thinking, oh man, what did I get myself into? This person doesn't know what they're doing. And I really don't, but I promise the earrings turn out pretty cool. I mean, I wouldn't put this video up if I wasn't proud in the work that I make, or I made. So if you stick out to the end, I promise you it'll be worth it, and I will give you so much gratitude for sticking through the entire video. Alright, so after I get that set up, we are going to slap a little paint on. And so I chose white because the goal is to kind of use the mandala as like a base. Like, here's a beautiful shape, but I want to take that a step further. So I don't want it to be like super colorful. So I went with white, and with this gray, the UV resin, it's like the standard gray that you use when you 3D print something. I swear, it is such a good like base to paint off of. Like, I think I did 2 coats of white, and this is like the cheapest paint that you can get at Hobby Lobby. It's like I think it, hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's Rust-Oleum's like craft paint, and I got an 8-ounce bottle. I think they're like less than $3 a bottle. So I got the lot. Like, I went like, let me get every color. So yeah, it's great. I love them. So when it comes to projects like this where like I'm gonna be putting like a finishing coat on, I'm just gonna use paint that's gonna be delivering the color, and not so much like, oh, I see all these brushstrokes, or it's like a matte finish when acrylic should be like a shiny finish. So it works and I love it. Okay, so these are painted both sides, and instead of boring you with the prep of where I'm at now, I'll just tell you what happened. So that tape that you see there is a specific tape that I use for any types of like bezels, even though this is not technically a bezel, that doesn't have a bottom, so that I can put UV resin on, or I guess in, the shape, and then it's gonna stay in there because there's tape underneath, and then with it being clear, I can hit it with the light underneath and cure the other side as well. So now it's time to add some color. I have a little bit of UV resin in each cup. I use yellow and pink. So we're just gonna mix it up. All right, mixed up, and let's pour it in. So without measuring how much I was pouring on each side, I poured way too much pink in one, and probably like a 3-to-1 ratio on each earring. But I think on the finished piece, I think it looks beautiful. Like, you don't even know, because what I do with like the other colors is I kind of overlay, like, or I should say, I'm sorry, overlap like the yellow over the pink, and then even use some clear to kind of mix the colors throughout, so it ends up creating like an ombre, so you don't even realize that, you know, oh, you put too much color in here but not the other one. They turned out great. And you can kind of see, after spreading it out, I was able to keep the color pink in like a general area on each, so you can't even tell that there's more pink in the other. Okay, so at this point is when I realized that if I don't speed up my video a little bit, we're gonna be here forever. So, speeding up a little bit, I am mixing the yellow now. Probably should have diluted it a little bit more, or maybe not put so many drops of yellow in, because it still kind of looks a little orange. Kind of wanted more of like a lighter yellow, but it turned out good. So as you can see, I'm putting the yellow down, but I'm kind of overlapping it where the pink is. So as it sits there, it's going to mix a little bit with the pink. So it's going to create that ombre effect. And as soon as I clean up my mess, what I do is I take my tool and I kind of like end up pushing upwards, and that's kind of like taking some of that pink and pushing it into the yellow area. Alright, finished with yellow. Just gonna clean my cup out, prep it for blue. And you see I'm putting clear in because I wanted to level out all the holes. So I kind of leave it in, as you see, like, leave the clear coat on top, start mixing them blue, and then I'll go in and I'll push the clear coat in. And what I was doing was I was waiting for some of that color to come back up so that I wasn't left with certain holes that were just straight up clear with no color. Okay, so now for blue, and this is probably my favorite part. It's just something about when it comes to like ombre colors or just colors mixing together. My favorite is blue and yellow because my favorite color is green, but I love the transition between the two, blue and yellow. It's my favorite. So definitely had to make an appearance in these earrings. Alright, using the lighter to try to get any of those little tiny baby air holes, air pockets, and it was difficult. I ended up having to go back in with my little silicone tool to like really just like scrape them out. And like even so with the when I go over with a clear top coat, it was difficult. Okay, so here I'm just inspecting after the curing process. You'll see I don't have the tape on anymore. I cured both sides, took it off, and realized it's just like a little tacky, so that's not like a full cure. So put them back under again each side, and then if you can't really see on the video, but there's a little bit of like overflow on some edges where I either pushed it with my tool or I didn't notice that there was a huge glob on the side, so I had to sand it off before I could move forward. Okay, so once everything's looking good, sanded, sharp, time for the clear top finish part. I did this on both sides, just kind of putting it up and bring it to the edge and then making that like dome effect. So it really just gives it that classy finish. Okay, now you see I'm using the stuff I got at Hobby Lobby. Love Hobby Lobby if you didn't figure that out. Pearl X powdered pigments. It's a really big bottle, and I feel like I'm gonna have it for years. I thought I put like just a little bit in the cup, but as you see when I'm mixing it, it like turned out really, really thick, and it took a really, really long time to cure. So I don't think I'm ever gonna learn my lesson on like how much is too much powdered pigment. I should probably just stick with the liquid dye. But I put it on and it looks good, but I had to put it in my wash cure machine for my 3D prints. Like just put that baby on for like 10 minutes and I just left it alone. And it cured. It just, I'm thankful I have that thing because I wasn't about to sit here in front of my Let's Resin light here and click it every 2 minutes. That would be annoying. I was really happy that I chose black as the edges because it's like, you know, giving the negative spot, so it's like, you know, something to not focus on, so you're focusing on like the medallion part and not my minor imperfections on the sides. Alright, after all the curing and all of that hassle work, it's time to finally put all the hardware together. I made this really simple. From the half a jump ring, I put 4mm jump rings, and then the ear wire hardware. So, and I just chose standard fish hooks. I thought it would look the best. Oh, love it. all done. I am so happy with how these turned out. Like, I am obsessed. I kind of want to keep these for myself, but these will be up on my shop soon. I really appreciate you sticking it through the whole video. Hope I can make some better ones, and see you again soon.